Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by and seeing what I'm up to. Kevin has some more information, stimulus check, and next stimulus package update this evening. So let's let her rip, potato chip.
Quick late update on the next round of stimulus. It is the afternoon of June 15th. At the end, I'll touch a little bit on stocks and real estate as well. Larry Kudlow, the director of the National Economic Council, basically the stimulus spokesperson for the White House. Let's be real. This guy needs to get a little bit, well, you know what? We should send him a Don't Sue Me Bro mug in a pink straw because that adds a little bit more excitement to your life because he seems to be like the filtered bear at the White House giving us updates on the stimulus checks. Also, quick note, I really encourage you to stay for the diss that Larry Kudlow just sent you. That is, most of us watching this video just got straight up slammed by Larry Kudlow. But let's get started first. Oh, and remember, get your life insurance and 2 free stocks with Webull in the links down below. Just make sure you deposit $100 with the stock trading platform Webull, and you'll get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,400. Here we go. Anyway. He gave us 2 updates. One, he responded to talk about coronavirus cases increasing. And he went on to say that, yeah, you know what, we're seeing peaks in the 2 Carolinas and Florida and Texas. But on behalf of the White House, he says, hey, you know what, it looks like fatality rates are stable at 0.7%, and that the national numbers are mostly flat. And what we're really seeing are just some hotspots, which we're going to take care of, were his words. That, you know what, the hotspots, no worries, we'll solve those, but hey, in terms of any kind of shutting down of the economy again, we don't see that happening. In fact, he mostly downplayed the impact of any of these minor spikes is sort of what he was conveying. He did say, though, and we haven't heard this really clearly out of the White House before, he said that people should follow safety practices such as wearing masks, which wearing masks has almost become as political as saying or even alluding to being a Republican or being a Democrat. It's almost like now people identify, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat, based on whether or not you wear a mask, which is really weird.
Stupid.
Now, not saying you should or should not wear a mask, but
dumb.
There's also so much confusion about masks. Like, we were having a talk in our Discord chat yesterday, which you're welcome to join for free. Chat in there, too. I was talking about, well, if I wear a P100, that protects me. But then we're realizing, yeah, but that doesn't protect people around me. So now we're thinking, like, maybe you should have a P100 respirator on with the filters and then wrap a bandana around that. There's so much confusion. But then the problem is more people are probably going to pass out for a lack of oxygen wearing that kind of thing because those things suck to breathe in. Anyway, it's a mess. Let's now get on to the recovery and the impact of stimulus, and something that Larry Kudlow said that I think is kind of a slam on about, well, let's just say 50% of America. Larry Kudlow started off by saying, look, everything's booming, basically. And this is Larry and Larry's filter. This is the White House Larry Kudlow filter. Housing demand is up. Everything's booming. Apple Mobility Index, great. Come on, man. Not everybody is as enthusiastic. But okay, he might be the counterpart to Jerome Powell, and he downplays the COVID trends, and he suggests we're going to see a very sharp V-shaped recovery. But he was asked by staff on reporters on CNBC this morning, and I thought this was a really interesting question. He was bluntly asked, should we raise taxes to pay off all this money that we're borrowing? Because let's be real, earlier this morning we heard that the Federal Reserve is announcing a $750 billion bond buying program, which they had already alluded to opening up a few weeks ago, but now it's official. They're not only going to be buying bond indices, they're going to be buying individual corporate bonds. Apple, you get more of our money. Who's next? AT&T? We'll give you some, too. Anybody else want some money? We got more. Oh, the Halloween candy is empty. Don't worry, I got a Halloween candy printing machine, and it goes brrr. Oh my goodness. Anyway, in response to that question, Larry Kudlow actually bluntly said the opposite of what Joe Biden would say. Larry Kudlow bluntly said, no, we'd actually like to lower taxes, which, let's be real, I think when we hear lowering taxes, that sounds good, but it does create some concerns about what that means for the future of the economy.
Right.
Larry Kudlow, again, speaking on behalf of the White House here, thinks that higher taxes would be a disincentive for companies and businesses to invest, and it would therefore damage businesses and the workforce, which in some way, as crazy as it seems, when the Federal Reserve bails out big corporations, corporations in theory have more money, and then corporations could do a few things. They could decide to pay people more money or hire more people. It's a good idea. Or they could just buy back shares. And that's the weird part about living in America right now. It seems like the money is disproportionately going to, well, people who have money already, which is very, very frustrating. Now, in response, and we've heard this quite a few times now on YouTube, by the way, I've seen a lot of people kind of nail this idea, and I get it. It has a lot of downfalls. It kind of isn't the best idea we've seen. It's one of the worst ideas I think we've seen. But we've heard a lot of people kind of bag on the back-to-work boost because it's too complicated, or because it's not fair to those who are already back to work, or because people on disability or retirement don't get any money with the back-to-work boost. And these three things are entirely true. But it's not stopping the White House from reiterating a payroll tax holiday and a back-to-work boost, which would give somewhere around $250 to $450 per week to people who get off unemployment and go back to work. Which, kind of frustrating again, right? Well, this is where the big diss comes in, because the CNBC commenters astutely picked up on, wait a minute, everything that Larry Kudlow seems to say seems to benefit wealthier people and corporations. And the stuff that's supposed to benefit people who need the money the most, that is, individual lower and middle class workers, middle class and lower class Americans who are trying to get ahead and trying to better themselves, they want to be involved in buying stocks and buying real estate. What does Larry Kudlow say? This right here, big diss. In response to the question, doesn't this just benefit the haves and not the have-nots, Larry? Kind of what I just described, right? All the stimulus stuff is really benefiting companies and shareholders and corporations and real estate owners and business owners. His response is, yeah, but 50% of Americans own stocks. Let me now talk about something else. And he literally U-turns off that topic. Isn't that something? That to me was shocking. All right, everyone, here's the clip. Now, a lot of this is self-explanatory, but I just want you to hear it, and I wanted you to hear my preface first. But this is one that you just have to see for yourself. So let's go ahead and pull it up here. We'll put myself in the corner, and here we go.
Where the stock market is relative to the economy as we stand today, are you in any way fearful that the government and the central bank's response to this crisis will materialize kind of like it did after 08-09 and benefit the haves more than the have-nots? Well, you mean in the stock market? Well, I mean, overall, because of the central bank's policies, because of the government policies, the stock market is rallying, and clearly those more well-off in society have more exposure to that, whereas a lot of those who are unemployed maybe don't have that exposure. All right, don't forget, by the way, I know the upper end has the bulk of the valuation of the assets, but over 50% of Americans own shares, so that gets you right into the middle class. And I will say this also, with these reopenings, temporary layoffs, furloughs, going back to work, particularly if we see these same-store sales continue to go up, I think the middle and lower end of the wage scale, which has been hurt very badly, I agree, a lot of hardship there, a lot of heartfelt difficulties there, I understand that, but I think they will come back. Don't forget, we had, for 3 years and 2 months,
notice that? Didn't really say anything and kind of veered right off that question. Because guess what? The answer is yes. The current stimulus plans have been disproportionately helping the haves, the people owning stocks. Yeah, of course, businesses opening back up is going to give people an opportunity to go back to work. But let's be real. The proportionate benefit to the haves is here, up at the top of the monitor, and the proportionate benefit of these stimulus plans to the have-nots, like over here somewhere. It's so skewed how much these stimulus plans are helping people who own stocks and real estate and businesses and assets. Now, there's a good chance you might be tired of hearing me say that over and over again. Let me put it this way. If there's anything that I could say for you to consider doing right now, just if I had to boil it down to one thing to consider doing right now, think about what you could do to maybe create a side hustle. Maybe you get a 3D camera and you do 3D camera services. Maybe you do interior real estate photography. Maybe you do, I don't know, videos for real estate. Or heck, you know what, start a YouTube channel and talk about something that you're good at. You'd be surprised how many of you watching this have these incredible skills that are wonderful hobbies. And all you really need to do is pop up a camera on a tripod and get yourself out there. Don't be shy and get started. So I don't know. If you want me to make some more videos on maybe how to get started on YouTube or something like that, let me know. But I do think some kind of side hustle or YouTube, something that's going to allow you to actually write off some business expenses, right? And actually have a business. I think that's going to help a lot of us who don't already have any kind of business or assets to get ahead. And just so you know, that doesn't mean you have to go invest thousands of dollars into new camera equipment or whatever. You could literally use your iPhone and do good
because
enough.
everybody has an iPhone.
These iPhone cameras are phenomenal. Let me go ahead and see if we can pull it up and just see what the iPhone would look like if we used my iPhone instead of all of these cameras right here. Now, the downside is it's at a funky angle, so I don't know. Let's see if we could switch on over to it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Look at that. That's actually not bad for an iPhone. You see, it's in the lighting, folks. Look at that. You know, I mean, a lot of us have a smartphone. That lighting looks great. I always like it better. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.
All right,
anyway,
take
thank you,
care
everybody.
for being here. Thank you, everyone. Here, I'll blow up my picture. You can see me. I know it looks dark down there in the corner. Been working on my new reborn. I'm making a vampire. I think she looks cute. It's hard to see her. I'll see if I can. She's burning. No. Oh well. When she's all the way done, I'll make sure I have better lighting. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. This is Silky, signing off. Bye-bye.